guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. Welcome back to the channel. If you could, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to talk about BBBY today and why we are seeing a nice move to the upside. I'm going to discuss the gap fill that still needs to be done, as well as the catalyst coming this week. So let's get started. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and always do your own DD. According to Market Watch, shares of Bed Bath & Beyond soared today as meme stock investors expressed optimism in a day ahead of the home good retailer's strategic update. The stock rocketed 27.4% in afternoon trading, while the S&P 500 index slipped less than 0.1%. On Friday, the stock had climbed 5.9%, while the S&P 500 tumbled 3.4%. after the company's announcement that it would hold a conference call on August 31st to offer a business and strategic update. So guys, essentially both Friday and today was a bloody red day in the market in all the indices. However, both days, Bed Bath & Beyond was ripping, and we finished the day in the green. So that is huge given the current volatility in the market and, obvious blatant mutilation with not every, but with the majority of other stocks out there. It's on Friday particularly, it was very hard to find a green stock, yet Bed Bath & Beyond has been doing just amazing as far as being green. And guys, on Wednesday, August 31st, there is going to be a strategic update from the company because they are having a conference call. So you need to be aware of that, because depending on what's said during that call, it could either send the stock ripping to the upside or plummeting down. So keep that in the back of your mind on Wednesday. Now, the recent gains also followed a report in the Wall Street Journal that said the retailer, which has struggled with liquidity issues and slumping sales and margins, was nearing final terms of a loan to close to $400 million. So guys, they did announce that they had gotten a $400 million loan, which I believe they are going to discuss more on August 31st on Wednesday on that conference call. So stay tuned for more information on that. But that is going to help the company significantly. Now, on that note, Ortex reported today that Bed Bath & Beyond surged 28% ahead of a strategic update that the company will provide on Wednesday. The short interest is 24.4 million shares, which is 32% of the free float, with the max cost to borrow hitting 228% today, guys. Now, the utilization for Bed Bath & Beyond stands at 100%. And today, they borrowed 3.32 million shares and returned 2.44 million shares for a net borrow to the upside of 881.41 thousand shares. Currently, the short interest is at 32.12%, and the cost to borrow, like the Ortex stated earlier, had a high of 228.17%, but an average of 16.5%. minimum of 0.56%, which is better because I think it was Bed Bath & Beyond last week we saw a negative cost to borrow. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but in one of my videos I pointed this out, and it wasn't just this stock. It was I think it might have been Bed Bath & Beyond and Apron. It was just very strange, guys, because it was like they were paying people to short the stock, which is just bizarre to me. But anyways, let's go and see what Fintel has to tell us. All right, according to Fintel, the short interest is significantly higher than what Ortex is reporting. And guys, I've been seeing this a lot lately with the two not matching up, which makes no sense because they should be getting the information from the same sources. So you be the judge as to what's going on, but something seems a little funny to me. Anyways, the short interest, according to Fintel, is 39.8%. And today, the dark pool volume was only at 42.63%, which is still absolutely ridiculous, but compared to other days, not too bad. As you can see, there are only 200 shares available to short, guys. So I think they're screwed tomorrow. They are really going to be struggling, especially if the volume comes into Bed Bath & Beyond. I think they're going to be hurting. So the current cost to borrow, according to Fintel, is less than what Ortex reports at 15.44%. And guys, as you can see, this doesn't match up either. The short volume today is showing at 54.29%, and at the top of the page, it's showing at 42.63%. You tell me what's going on, because those two numbers should match. Clearly, something's very, very wrong here. But on average, guys, they have been trading in that 50% range. So I take that back. I'm going to go with it's probably more likely that it was the 54%, not the 40-something on the front of the page, because look at the average. This would make more sense, right? Either way, it's still extremely high, and it's messed up, but until Gary Gensler does his job, there's nothing we can do. So according to Fintel, tomorrow there will be 3,512 shares that they failed to deliver on that are due with a T+35 coverage day. So again, that's 3,512 shares. And as you can see, for the rest of the week, it's Wednesday is only 4,501, Thursday is 16,576, and Friday is 44,600. Now, guys, keep in mind that just because it's T+35 and this is the day that they're due, they can always cover these on any day. But I like to use this just as, you know, another visual to see what we're up against. I find it extremely helpful. But again, remember this, a lot of this information is self-reported, and it's only as good as the sources that tell it to us, right? So take it all with a grain of salt, but it's good to keep in the back of your mind. Now, Bed Bath & Beyond today was up 24.95%, guys, during the regular trading day. It was amazing. It made a very nice bull flag pattern that it looks like we are going to break out of tomorrow. Sometimes we may see an initial dip down followed by a rocket to the upside. Let's see what happens, but it's looking good. And in the after hours, we're up another 3.29%. And essentially, guys, I would prefer it dips down to open at the low, or at 1381 at least, so that we don't get a gap. We don't want to see a gap in this chart, because currently there are two gaps to the upside right now that need to be filled. And I think the highest one is around like $21 off the top of my head. But there are two, one that we're currently trying to fill, and the other that I believe that if this keeps going at the rate it's going and the volume comes in, then guys, we could have this filled by the end of the week. But no promises. Anything can happen in this market. As we all know, it is very volatile lately. And guys, the volume, believe it or not, was less than the norm. Currently, the volume sits at 138.46 million. On average, it's been trading at 145.87 million. So look at that huge move up we had on less than normal volume. Very interesting. The 52-week high is $30.06, and the 52-week low is $4.38, guys. So if you're going to trade Bed Bath & Beyond tomorrow, I wish you all the best of luck. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and be sure to check out my video on AVCT. A is in Alpha, V is in Victor, C is in Charlie, T is in Tango. They have some very exciting news about a potential merger. They had received an offer a while back for approximately $9 per share that they have now hired independent counsel to look at, guys. That stock is trading currently around 42 cents in the after hours. It's a huge way to go to $9 if they do indeed accept that offer, if it's even still on the table. But they are exploring an opportunity for a buyout. So definitely something to take a look at. It has high short interest. I go into more detail in the video, so be sure not to miss that. Thank you so much.